Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Krabby Pirate. Today in this video I'm going to be showcasing you my 100% playthrough in Goat Simulator 3, so let's get straight into it. Okay, so today I'm going to be showcasing everything that has happened during my 100% playthrough of Goat Simulator 3. I haven't been recording this playthrough at all, but I've been playing it off camera ready for this video, so this will literally just showcase everything that you get for 100% of the game and stuff like that. So as we head on here, we obviously have our wardrobe, and I've unlocked every single thing. So I'm just going to show you some of the characters. So obviously this, hello, he's pretty cool. So obviously there's been a lot of these that are difficult to unlock. For example, the farmer, you have to literally beat the game, and a couple of these are quite hidden. I cannot remember where half of these are. This is for an event for getting all the eggs, I think. Yeah, I think that's the event that's called. They've also added a lot over time, so it's hard to keep track of everything, but here is a slow scroll past of every single item. This can also help people if they don't have a certain item to what it's called, so they can look up where to get it. So I'm just going to scroll through very carefully and slowly so I can show you everything. Obviously there's some really good ones like the Daredevil helmet. Also, I'm warning you, Goat Simulator 3 heavily drops my frames whilst recording, so it's probably not the best quality ever, so just be reminded of that, you know? But, you know, you can literally just go anywhere with this Daredevil helmet. It's very convenient. You get this for, I think, 20 ramps, I think, or something like that. There's also some other really cool ones like this, like lightsaber. I can just kill everything that I want to, and it's very fun to do that. Is there anything else? There's also some funny ones that you just get from events like this, which kind of looks a bit goofy, but I like it anyway. Lots of these were quite difficult to get for certain events that were actually like somewhat challenging. Pilgor's Gift, you get this after collecting every single trinket in the game. There is 200, so there is quite a lot to do. Next we move on to the body. The body is not really probably the least interesting of the ones. You just collect these around the map. Bob is obviously the best one. I mean, look at him go. Like, what can we say against Bob? So we move on to the back. Some of these are really cool. I remember I had a difficult time trying to find the bindle. I kind of forgot where I found that. I think I found that in the hobo center thing in like downtown. And I went into this little stall and it gave me a, oops, I did not mean to do that. And there's also some other difficult ones like the frat desk. You had to go into a certain house in Suburbsville and hit a counter that was playing beer pong, and then you'd get the frat desk, which is quite a specific requirement to get something, but I got it anyways. A lot of these are also really cool. I haven't tried all these out yet. You get this one is, I've barely seen anyone, hold on a second, I'm kind of struggling to control everything. I haven't seen barely any videos on the plush jetpack. I'll just tell you quickly where to get this thing, because it's not, this is the only item in the wardrobe that doesn't have a question mark for unlocking it. Like, you could go the entire game without realizing it exists. You can find it at Dystopia, and it's on the side of a cliff. There'll be a, what are those big towers called that are electricity? I forgot. No, the big towers in fields that like look really weird. Hold on. Come on, there's got to be one around here somewhere. That thing. You see that tower all the way in the distance with all those metal stuff? That's what it's called. But there'll be one on the side island of Dystopia, and like on the bottom of it, there's like this little box thing. And you just headbutt, there's some graffiti on the box, and you headbutt the graffiti, and a little container will open up, and this will be inside. So that's how you get this. And that wraps it up for the back. There's some other cool things like celestial wings that just let you fly. Some of these shoot darts. This is obviously just peak gameplay right here. Literally just shoot things. Let me see if I can shoot this goat. Nope, she just aims horrendously upwards. You can kill the thing over there and get this, which is quite nice. And yeah, that's about it for the back. Now we move on to the feet. There are some really good ones like the rocket boots, which just kind of allow you to do this. Boost anywhere you really want to. It's very convenient if you're collecting certain things. And there's all sorts of cool, fun knickknacks and whatever. No way I just unironically use that word. That's kind of cool. And obviously, this is some people's favorite, the fur. You can just completely customize your goat. I've got completely golden fur here. This is for, was this 100 trinkets or was this a little more or a little less? I cannot remember. And yeah, there's not too many, although if you put on certain goats, or characters I could say, you can unlock certain furs. So you can see for the fish ones, I've got all these ones. I can be a goldfish, or I could be a Filet-O-Fish from McDonald's. He just flops around. How convenient. So yeah, that's basically it right there. Now let's move on to the horns, which is probably the least exciting section. It's just horns. There's not a single one that does an ability at all. They're just all for accessory purposes. There are some cool ones like the golden horns and the plushy horns and the puppet ones, but they're not really necessary. And then gear sets. I've got one gear set where I can just turn all gold. My feet are gold, my fur is gold, I've got gold celestial wings, golden horns, and a golden ring, the purity ring. So this is a cool gear set. This isn't required for anything, you can just create some sets that you want and whatnot. So let me take this all off because I don't really want bright gold shining in your face for the rest of the episode. And yeah, that's everything here. This video, by the way, does not include any of the add-on gear packs or the DLC. For a separate video, I'll 100% the Multiverse DLC, because you can see I've got it owned, but I haven't started it yet. And I don't know, I might get these 3 gear packs and make a video on it, I'm not really sure. Next we move on to the Goat Castle, which is all the ranks. I'll go inside my Goat Castle in a moment. And you can see the max number that it says online for Illuminati points is 228. I've got 229. If you do all the events and secret events, you will get to a total of 228. But there's a new event that awards 1 extra Illuminati point, which is the Birthday Presents event. I think if I go into quests here, where is it? It should be, yeah, Birthday Presents right here. Find all the fallen presents. There's like 12 around the map, and you get an extra 1 Illuminati point. So you can get your total up to a max, if I believe, of 229, which is quite cool. And you can see I've unlocked all the ranks and beat the final boss, which is quite nice, honestly. And obviously, now we move on to the map. There's not much to see here, just no quests on the map. I've unlocked all the goat towers on the map, so the map is completely full. And all the instinct shrines, quests, like other quests, pickups of goat gear, everything is completely off the map. So it's a nice, clear, 100% of map. Do you mind? Go away. Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the map here. I also have some leftover karma, which is the currency for wardrobe. You do have enough easily to buy every type of gear in the game, so that's nice. So next we move on to the quests. I'll just slowly scroll through the quests so you can see if there's any ones you've missed. So I'll just talk a little bit about them. The 5G upgrade one is really cool. You destroy all 3 of those and get the UFOs to spawn on the map. Bird watching was really fun. Giant birds scared the absolute living daylight out of me. And yeah, there's just some really good ones in here. Obviously, lots of these are secret events, so you might not recognize them, like D-Sand 2. I think that's where you go inside the sandcastle on the beach in Gothenburg that you'll create by doing something. And yeah, free money's really annoying. You have to like sit there 500 times and just spam the machine. Lots of these are really weird, like horror corridor. I think I have a short made on that. I'm not sure. I kind of forgot. And obviously a lot of these are very fun. Rescue Steve and some other ones. Let me just scroll through the rest of them. Here, the lost tapes, you only have to find 1 tape, by the way. There is an achievement for getting all 6 of the tapes, if you didn't know. But yeah, that's everything here, and we have the instincts. As you can see, for some reason, they made it 99 instincts in the game. Not 100, 99. Why? That just hurts my soul. Then there's also 7 instinct shrines that I think are in 1 in each region, which are pretty easy to get as they're marked on your map. But you can see there's not really any point of me scrolling through these, but I'll do it anyway because you can literally see yourself in the menu what some of these are. And the only way you cannot see is if you haven't unlocked an instinct shrine or you're missing the gear. For some of them, the most annoying one is you have to get all 29 ramps to unlock the Wheeler Dealer back piece. And then there's an instinct unlocked for getting that. So that's the only... That might be one of the gear ones that you're missing. It's to go high speeds on that for 20 seconds, I believe. But yeah, here we go. Just scrolling through some of them so you know what's coming up. Or if you've not unlocked a certain piece of gear, you can just see them. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Next to the mini games, obviously I'm not in multiplayer right now, so I cannot showcase any of them. But I've just gone around the map and unlocked them all. Car Derby's really fun. Head splats, these are all just really fun. My favorite is Floor is Lava. If you can put on some bits in your wardrobe and make it even more chaotic and exciting. And the final bit is the collectibles. So we have 200 out of 200 golden goat trinkets. Obviously, these have been all scattered around the map. This is the main, like, this takes the longest in the game to get 200 things across the map. Yeah, it took a while, but I did manage to get them all, and some of them were really creative and were hidden in creative spots. There was also like this really cool one in Suburbsville where you unlocked a little basement and 5 of them were just right there for you, which was really nice. And finally we have the ramps, where there are 29 out of 29 ramps right here, which it's pretty self-explanatory. You just drive off a ramp, and sometimes you can get really cool game clips or screenshots of it. So let's head into the Goat Castle, and I'll just show you inside my Goat Castle. Also, the music's probably quite loud, so apologies for that. And then I'll show you some of the Xbox achievements afterwards, because I'm on Xbox, so you'll be able to see some of the achievements for the game. So yeah, just a nice Goat Castle. There's one achievement that you have to redecorate the entire Goat Castle. That's why some of these are just completely random. So ignore that. I slipped on a banana. Not this again. Oh my goodness, I slipped on way too many. But you unlock quite a lot of cool rooms. There's this one where I think you can switch the lights. Yeah, we'll have it on blue lights. Why not? This room, a lot of people online are confused about. These just show secret locations across the map that you can go in, which is pretty cool. And then obviously you have the goat throne. I cannot speak. Also, I found this really cool. Every event that you complete unlocks something new. For example, right here, this unlocks when I was in Brewmill Cemetery doing the CrossFit thing. I complete the event, and it kind of, like, a little memory comes up in the Goat Castle of what you did during that event. And I find that really cool, because you can, like, slowly fill your Goat Castle up with the different events you've done. What is this thing? Hello. Can I get stuff from here? I can. Free money, I guess. So, who's this? Rice It and Randy. That's pretty cool. I can drive a tractor. That's awesome. So, lots of these events, you can actually refight the boss here, but I'm not going to do that because I've already fought the boss. So, there's not really any point. This is Billy, the little... I keep slipping on bananas. This is the little bit for Billy. This is the Abominana thing. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. Also, this is really cool. You can teleport to anywhere on the map, and then there's a random teleport over here, which is pretty cool, so I like that. Obviously, there's lots of glue everywhere. Goo? Yeah, that's the word, isn't it? And you obviously have a yoga teacher. Just sat right here. You cannot destroy it at all. It's just completely in harmony with the surroundings. Yeah, you unlock so many. These are each rank you unlock in the Goat Castle. I also find it cool that you can disable and enable, like, the tornado and the falling containers. We'll enable both of them. Actually, I don't want the tornado one. Well, that's too bad. Apparently, I cannot put it off. Oh no, I can deactivate it. And over here is the VR. You'll unlock this at, I think, B tier at the Goat Castle, if I'm not wrong. Maybe C tier, maybe even A tier. I cannot remember. But you'll unlock a VR headset. You know what? I'll show you. Why not? The VR headset is right here. Yeah. A bit creepy. Sorry if you guys have like motion sickness, because this isn't the best. I should probably stop spinning, but you get the point. It's a VR headset in a video game, which is pretty cool. And then there's some more events all the way up there, the big balloon. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the Goat Simulator 100%. It doesn't seem like it will take a while, but it does take a significant amount of time. If I was actually speedrunning the game, it probably would take 10 hours. I can show you my playtime. You can see on the left 18 hours total. But I was exploring on some bits I haven't been before on the map, so, you know, some exploring has to be taken into account. But if you were truly just speedrunning for 100% purposes, you could probably complete the game in like 10 or 11 hours, maybe, if you really have like guides set up and everything. It's what I could probably complete it in. I know there's some people who do it like extremely fast, but I am not one of those people. So yeah, obviously we can see all the things. You can actually do multiplayer in this game, which is how I activated the things. And actually, you can actually see a quest counter. 75 quests right next to the Illuminati points and the Goat Towers underneath my name in the corner. I might zoom in on it whilst editing if I'm bothered enough to do that. But yeah, finally, I will just show you some of the Xbox achievements. Remember, I haven't bought the DLC, so the other 14 achievements are from the DLC. But I will show you the ones I have unlocked. So a lot of these are just completing all of whatever. So this is all instincts, all trinkets, redecorate the entire Goat Castle. There's 6 movie tapes, I believe, around the map that you have to put into the movie theater in Gothenburg, I think. Jump off all ramps, give Bigfoot some shoes. There's some random words like run naked on a football field, lick a banana as a bomb banana. I always forget how to say that, but yeah, there's different ones over here, and then yeah, you might be able to piece together what that means if you've played the game before. But a lot of these, I'll just quickly scroll through. A lot of these are not too difficult as long as you know what you're doing, and if you explore the game, you'll naturally come across these like pretty frequently. Some of these are just getting to certain ranks in the Goat Castle, which is pretty easy to do. But that is it for today's episode. I might, if you want to see it, I might 100% the DLC or buy the 3 gear packs, but that is 100% of Goat Simulator 3, or for the most part 100%. Hopefully I haven't missed anything. So yeah, that's basically it. Please like and subscribe, because this did take a while to get this video out. It wasn't originally designed for a video, but I thought it would make a good one, so I focused more into it. So thank you all so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.